Hello all of you. In today's class, we'll deal with the examples of how to solve the questions in mode. Mode, I've already explained in my tutorials. That is, mode is the most frequently occurring value. Mode is the most frequently occurring value, or it is the value of the variable for which the frequency is maximum. Now let's see how we solve some of the questions. And about mode, mode is a measure of central tendency, and it is a average of position which comes under measure of central tendency. Then the value of variable which is having maximum frequency is called mode. Then mode is of different types: unimodal, bimodal and multimodal. We'll see the difference between unimodal, bimodal, multimodal, etc. with some of the examples, and you can write down the problems along with my class. First, if you are getting a question like this, compute mode. This is a simple question, that is compute mode. This is the question which you usually get. And here, when you get a question like this, first what you have to do is you have to make a frequency distribution table. Frequency distribution table, we have already explained how we make frequency distribution table in the previous tutorials. Now this is the question 2, 4, 1, 2. This can be a measure of anything, simply if it is the set of observation. First you have to do is make a frequency distribution table like this, with 2 rows and consecutive columns. And here you have to write the variable. Here it is variable, and in this, here you have to write frequency and variable. So here variables you have to identify from this question. We have many variables: 1, 2, 6, 3, 4, 7, etc. So we'll write the variables first here. 1. Then the next variable we have here is 2. Then the next variable is, we'll check whether we have 3. Yes, we have 3 here. You have to write 3. Then the next variable which we have after 3, we have 4. Then after 4, you have to, we have 5. So we have to write 5. Then after 5, we have the variable 6. And after 6, the variable which we have here is 7. Now let's see the frequency of each variable. So in the first row of the frequency distribution table, we have written the variables. Now next step is frequency is equal frequency. How many times the variable 1 is being repeated? The variable 1 is repeated only one time. Variable 1, frequency of variable 1 is only 1. And next you have to go for the next variable. That is variable 2. Let's see the frequency of variable 2. The frequency of variable 2 is 1, 2, 3. 3 times it's repeated. So the frequency of variable 2 is 3 here. 1, 2 and 3 times 2 is repeated. Now next variable we'll go for 3. The variable 3 will go and find how many variables are there. 3, 1, 2. 2 times 3 is repeated. So the frequency of 3 here is 2. Now next is 4. Let's check how many times it is repeated. 1, 2. So the frequency of 4 is 2. Now we'll go for 5. 5. Well, we'll check through the variables how many times it is repeated. That is 5. Only 1 time. Now 6. We'll go from one side, that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. The variable 6 is repeated 6 times. That is the frequency of the variable 6 is 6. Now next we'll go for 7. Next variable is 7 and the number of times 7 is repeated is 1, 2, 2 times. So the frequency of 7 comes to 2. And this is a frequency distribution table. This is the first step what we have to do while computing mode. Then while computing mode, the first step is a frequency distribution table like this, and the next step you have to go through this mode. We have set the variable which is having maximum frequency, the value of the variable for which the maximum frequency is there is considered to be the mode. So here the frequency in this row we can find the maximum frequency is for 6. So here mode is equal to 6. Answer is 6 because it is the most commonly occurring value, or the frequency is highest for 6. This is how we compute mode for this question. And in this frequency distribution table, we can see only a single variable is having maximum frequency. Here when we go through, you can see the maximum frequency is for, maximum number is 6, or the highest frequency is 6. There is no other number same as 6 or more than that. This is 6. Only one maximum frequency is there. And this type of mode is known as this type of data is known as unimodal. Unimodal means this type of data have only one mode. If only one mode is there, that type of data is known as unimodal. Now, next is this is another example, and for this example you can see the example here: 42, 36, 12, 20, 18, 34 and 50 and 67 and 30. By mere observation, if we observe this data, you can say no value or no variable is repeated. 42 only one time, 36 only one time, 12 is only one time, 20 is only one time. It's no variable is repeated. So such type of data don't have a mode. This type of data or this group of values does not have a mode. Now let's compute mode for another question. We went through unimodal, and this is another question. Find mode, and this is the frequency distribution table is already made with the data which is given, that is the number of flowers and number of plants. And if you are asked to compute mode for this question, if we just observe at the question, you can find here we have to find maximum frequency. The maximum frequency in this table is 8, but that maximum frequency exists for two variables, that is the frequency of 6 is 8 as well as the frequency of 8 is also 8. So we can't now this type of data is known as bimodal. That means two mode are there here, 8 and 8. These are the highest frequencies in this frequency distribution table, and two variables are having this frequency distribution. And this is, there are two values here, two is have, that is 6 and 7. Two variables have maximum frequency. This type of data is known as bimodal, and for finding the mode of the data with two modes, or to find the data of bimodal observation, we go for grouping method. And for grouping method, first what you have to do is, a frequency distribution table is already made here, and a new table for frequency distribution table, a new table has to be made like this, which shows the variables, the frequency, then the variable and the frequency, and you have to group the data or group the frequency to find the correct mode from that two modes. And this question we have two modal values, that is 8. And so here what you have to do is grouping method, and the first step we have to do is you have to write the variables. And variables here, it is the first column, make a table like this, then write the variables first, and the variables are 3, then variable 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10. And here this is the variable, this is already given in the question, and you have to write the frequency of 3, and these things we can write from the table itself. Frequency of 3 is 1, 4 is 3, 4 is 3, then 5 is again 2, then 6, it's again 8, then 7, it's again 5, then 8, it's again 8, then 9, it's 2, then 10, it's 1. This is already given in the question, and now the next step what we have to do is we are starting the grouping, and this is what is known as grouping method. You have to group the frequencies. Then we can, for the bimodal observation, we can find the, for bimodal observation, bimodal observation, grouping has to be done, and that's known as grouping method. In grouping method, the first column is for in groups of 2 and then in groups of 3. First is group of 2. For that, what we have to do is add the in groups of 2. That is the first column in groups of 2. In groups of 2, you have to add these two frequency, or the first two frequency, and here it is 1 plus 3. 2 frequency, that is you have to add 1 plus 3, and 1 plus 3 comes to 4. And again in groups of 2, you have to add 2 and 8. 2 plus 8 comes to 10. Then next you have to add 5 and 8. 8 plus 5 comes to 13. Then 2 plus 1 comes to 3. This is the first step of grouping method. In groups of 2. The frequencies has to be added up in groups of 2. Now, next step, that is in the column 3. Column 3 is again you have to do in groups of 2 itself, but ignoring the first value. In third column, groups of 2 has to be done, but ignoring 1. So here 3 and 2 will be selected. 1 will not be taken. So 3 plus 2 comes to 5. Then 8 plus 5 comes to 13. Then 8 plus 2 comes to 10. And the last value, because it cannot be grouped, there is only one value, it cannot be grouped, so it is left free. You will not use this last value, only grouping can be done. So in the third column, the grouping is done from the second position. The first value is ignored and 2 values are added up. 3 plus 2 comes to 5. Then 8 plus 5 comes to 13. Here it is 3 and 3 plus 2, and 13 is 8 plus 5. Is 8 plus 5, and this 10 is 8 plus 2. Then now in groups of 3. In groups of 3 is the third column. In groups of 3, what you have to do is add the 3 frequencies 1, 2 and 3. 1, 2 and 3, that is grouping by 3. This is 1, 3 and 2 has to be grouped. That is known as grouping by 3. So you have to add 1 plus 3 plus 2 in this column. 1 plus 3 plus 2. That is in groups of 3. 1 plus 3 plus 2, it is equal to 6. 1 plus 3 plus 2 is equal to 6. Now, next group of 3 is 8 plus 5 plus 8. 8 plus 5 plus 8. 8 plus 5 plus 8, that comes to 21. 21. 8, this is 8 plus 5 plus 8. That comes to 21. And here there are only two values, 2 and 1. You cannot group into 3. For grouping into 3 values are required. So here only 2 values are there. We have to leave that value. You cannot group into 3. Now, in the fifth column, what again, it is a group of 3 itself. So, but ignoring the first column, you have to group. So, if we ignore the first column, the frequencies which we have to add is 3 plus 2 plus 8. 3 plus 2 plus 8. The first column is ignored. That is 3 plus 2 plus 8, and that comes to 13. 3 plus 2 plus 8 comes to 13. Now next group of 3 is 5 plus 8 plus 2. 5 plus 8 plus 2. And 5 plus 8 plus 2 comes to 15. 5 plus 8 plus 2. And now the last value is 1. You cannot make a group of 3. So 1 is left free. Now in the next 6th column, you have to ignore, because it is group of 3. You can ignore first 2 values. So 1 and 3 will be ignored. 1 and 3 will be ignored, and the grouping of 3 is done from 2 plus 8 plus 5. 2 plus 2 plus 8 plus 5. That is 15. 2 plus 8 plus 5 comes to 15. And here again 2 plus 8 plus 5. Then next is group of 3 you can make with 8, 2 and 1. That is 8 plus 2 8 plus 2 plus 1. 8 plus 2 plus 1 comes to 11. And thus we'll complete the this you can complete this frequency, this table, or in which grouping is done. Now we have to make another column with the items. This is actually called the analysis table. The next column on the right side of this is the analysis table. In analysis table, what we have to do is we have to write the items which is having maximum frequency in each column. We have to find the maximum frequencies in each columns. You have written here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6 columns we have, and you can write as many columns as you need, depending on the need of the data. Then here the maximum frequency for in column 1, go through this. Here it is given column 1. In column 1, This is the column 1. In column 1, the maximum frequencies are 8. Maximum frequency is 8 and 8, and the items with maximum frequencies are 8 is for 6. The variable 6 is having maximum frequency of 8, and also this variable 8 is also having maximum frequency. So you can write here 6 in column 1. The maximum frequency is 8, and it is for the variable 6. So you have to write here 6. In column 1, 6 and 8 is having maximum frequency. In column 1, maximum is 8 and 8, and 8 is for the variable 8, and this 8 is for variable 6. Now going to column 2. In column 2, the maximum frequency is 13. This is the maximum frequency in column 2, and this 13 we got by adding 5 and 8. The frequency is 5 and 8, and the frequency of 5 is for the variable 7, and frequency 8 is for the variable 8. So we have to write here 7 and 8. 7 and 8. Now in column 3, the maximum frequency is 13. In column 3, the maximum frequency is 13, and 13 we got by adding 5, 8 and 5. 8 corresponds to 8 and 5. This 8 and 5. 8 and 5. 8 corresponds to 6, and this 5 corresponds to 7. So 6 and 7. 6 and 7. Now in the column 4, the maximum frequency is 21, and we got 21 by adding 8, 5 and 8. 8 corresponds to 6, 5 corresponds to 7, and this 8 corresponds to 8. So 6, 7 and 8 variable 6, 7 and 8. Six, 7 and 8 have the we got by adding 6, 7 and 8. The frequencies of 6, 7 and 8 in column 4. Now we'll move to column 5. In column 5, the maximum frequency is 15, and this 15 we got by adding 5, 8 and 2. 5, 8 and 2 corresponds to 7, 8 and 9. So 7, 8 and 9. Now column 6. In column 6, the maximum frequency is 15, and this 15 we got by adding 2, 8 and 5. 2, 8 and 5 corresponds to 5, 6 and 7. 5, 6 and 7. So we have completed writing the frequencies in the analysis table, and this is the analysis table. And now here you have to write the total of all the values. And 5 is repeated only once. 6, 1, 2, 3 and 4 times. 4 is the frequency of 6 in the analysis table, and 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. 5 is the frequency of 7. Variable 7 in the analysis table. Then 8 in the analysis table. 1, 2, 3 and 4. That comes to 4. Then 9 only once. So here the maximum frequency is 7. 7 is the the maximum frequency is 5, and 5 corresponds to 7. So here the mode is, and this is here, mode is equal to 7 because it is having maximum frequency. And this is how you find the mode of a bimodal data by grouping method. Finding mode by this method, this is known as grouping method. By grouping the frequencies you find mode, and this is known as grouping method. Now next we'll see how we find the mode by using equations in case of the continuous data. And for the computation of mode from a continuous series of group data, the equation which we commonly use, the equation which commonly used is mode is equal to L1 plus Fm minus F1 divided by 2 into Fm minus F1 minus 2 into 1. Now here, while computing data for mode, as I said, the first step is to write the frequency distribution table. Then after writing the frequency distribution table, you have to find the mode class. So mode class is the class which is having maximum frequency. And here in this equation, L1 stands for the lower limit of the mode class. Then Fm is the frequency of mode class. F2 is the frequency of the class preceding the mode class. Preceding means the class just before the mode class. Then F2 is the frequency of the class succeeding the mode class, and I stands for the class interval. This is the equation for mode, that is M is equal to L1 plus Fm minus F1 divided by 2Fm minus F1 minus F2 into I, and this is the equation commonly used to find the data of continuous series or grouped data. Now let's go for our example. Shown here, given here is the weight of 55 students. So the sigma f, or the total of frequency, will be 55. Then the first step, as I said here, data is given and we have to make a distribution table with the class interval and frequencies. First step is to make a frequency distribution table with the class interval. Frequency distribution table with class interval. Then with the class interval and the frequencies. And here the class interval you can start from, because the lowest value, around about the lowest value which you can find here in the data, it is 40. So we'll write from 40 to 50, then 50 to 60, then 60 to 70, then 70 to 80, 80 to 90. Then comes to 90 to 100. Then 100 to 110. Then 110 to 120. Now, this class interval is over, and you can write the class interval based on the question which is given here. And I've started writing with this 40 to 50 because I've taken the lowest value which when we go through the data you can find which is the lowest value, and by including the value you can design the class interval. And consequently the class interval shouldn't be too small or it shouldn't be too large, and I've taken the class width as 10 here. And then the class interval, then in this next column which we have to do here is the frequency. That is the frequency, and here the frequency of 40 to 50. You have to find how many 40s are there. Between 40 and 50, how many variables are there, and the frequency of 40 to 50 comes to 5. Then 50 to 60, have to count and find 50 to 60 how many variables are coming from 50 to 60. It is 9. Then 60 to 70, it is again 9. Then 70 to 80, it is 15. Then 80 to 90, it is 8. We have to count and find. Then 90 to 100, it is 4. Then 100 to 110, it is 3. And 110 to 120, it is 2. Now, this frequency distribution table is over, and the first step what we have to do after writing this table is you have to identify the mode class. Mode class is the class which is having maximum frequency, and here the maximum frequency is 15. So this is the mode class. The class which is having maximum frequency is called mode class. So here the maximum frequency is 15, and so the class 70 to 80 is considered as the mode class. Mode class is the class having maximum frequency. Now let's go for, we have written the equation, that is we calculate mode by using m is equal to L1 plus Fm minus F1 divided by 2 Fm minus 2 F1 minus F2 the whole multiplied by I. So the first step is we have to find L1. L1 is equal to, L1 stands for the lower limit of the mode class, and here the lower limit of the mode class, this is the mode class. Mode class is the class having maximum frequency, and so this is the mode class, and L1 stands for the lower limit of the mode class, and lower limit is 70 and upper limit is 80 for the mode class. So the lower limit of the mode class here it is 70. L1 is equal to 70, and this is the mode class. And the class preceding the mode class means the class which comes just before the mode class. Mode class ine thottu munbilulla class neയാണ് നമ്മൾ preceding class എന്ന് പറയുന്നത്. മോഡ് ക്ലാസ് എന്ന് പറയുന്നത് ഏത് ക്ലാസ്സിനാണോ മാക്സിമം ഫ്രീക്വൻസി ഉള്ളത് ആ ക്ലാസ്സിനെ മോഡ് ക്ലാസ് ആയിട്ട് കൺസിഡർ. യു ഹാവ് ടു ടേക്ക് മോഡ് ക്ലാസ്. ഏറ്റവും കൂടുതൽ ഫ്രീക്വൻസി ഉള്ളതാണ് മോഡ് ക്ലാസ്. അപ്പോൾ മോഡ് ക്ലാസ് കണ്ടുപിടിക്കുക ആദ്യം. മാക്സിമം ഫ്രീക്വൻസി ഉള്ളത് ഇവിടെ 15 ആണ്. സോ 70 to 80 is the മോഡ് ക്ലാസ്. ഇനി ലോവർ ലിമിറ്റ്. ലോവർ ലിമിറ്റ് എന്ന് വെച്ചാൽ ഈ ക്ലാസ്സിലെ ലോവർ ലിമിറ്റ് എന്ന് പറയുന്നത് 70 ഉം അപ്പർ ലിമിറ്റ് എന്ന് പറയുന്നത് 80 ഉം ആണ്. ഇനി പ്രിസീഡിംഗ് ക്ലാസ്. പ്രിസീഡിംഗ് ക്ലാസ് എന്ന് വെച്ചാൽ മോഡ് ക്ലാസ്സിന് തൊട്ട് മുൻപുള്ള ക്ലാസ്സിനെയാണ് പ്രിസീഡിംഗ് ക്ലാസ് എന്ന് പറയുന്നത്. ദാറ്റ് ഈസ് പ്രിസീഡിംഗ് ക്ലാസ് എന്ന് വെച്ചാൽ മോഡ് ക്ലാസ്സിന് മുൻപുള്ളത്. ഇനി സക്സീഡിംഗ് ക്ലാസ് എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞാൽ മോഡ് ക്ലാസ്സിന് ശേഷമുള്ളത്. മോഡ് ക്ലാസ് കഴിഞ്ഞിട്ട് വരുന്ന ക്ലാസ്സിനെയാണ് സക്സീഡിംഗ് ക്ലാസ് എന്ന് പറയുന്നത്. സോ ദിസ് ഇസ് മോഡ് ക്ലാസ്, ഇത് പ്രിസീഡിംഗ് ക്ലാസ്, ആൻഡ് ദിസ് ഇസ് ദ സക്സീഡിംഗ് ക്ലാസ്. ഇനി നമുക്ക് ഓരോന്നായിട്ട് we will write. L1 എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞാൽ എന്താണ്? ലോവർ ലിമിറ്റ് ഓഫ് ദി മോഡ് ക്ലാസ്. അപ്പൊ ലോവർ ലിമിറ്റ് ഓഫ് മോഡ് ക്ലാസ് എത്രയാണ് ഇവിടെ? 70. ലോവർ ലിമിറ്റ് ഓഫ് ദി മോഡ് ക്ലാസ് is 70. Now next അടുത്ത എന്താണ് ഇക്വേഷനിൽ സബ്സ്റ്റിറ്റ്യൂട്ട് ചെയ്യാനുള്ളത്? FM. FM എന്ന് പറയുന്നത് ഫ്രീക്വൻസി ഓഫ് ദി മോഡ് ക്ലാസ്. ഫ്രീക്വൻസി ഓഫ് മോഡ് ക്ലാസ് എത്രയാണ്? 15. മോഡ് ക്ലാസിന്റെ ഫ്രീക്വൻസി ദാറ്റ് ഈസ് FM is equal to 15. FM is 15. ഇനി ഇക്വേഷനകത്ത് എന്താ പറഞ്ഞത്? F1 is the frequency of the class preceding the മോഡ് ക്ലാസ്. മോഡ് ക്ലാസിന്റെ തൊട്ട് മുമ്പിലുള്ളതിനെയാണ് പ്രൊസീഡിംഗ് ക്ലാസ് എന്ന് പറയുന്നത്. അപ്പൊ ഇവിടെ തൊട്ട് മുമ്പിലുള്ള ഇതാണ് 60 to 70. അപ്പൊ 60 to 70 എന്ന് പറയുന്ന പ്രൊസീഡിംഗ് ക്ലാസിന്റെ ഫ്രീക്വൻസി ദാറ്റ് ഈസ് 9. പ്രൊസീഡിംഗ് ക്ലാസ് എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞാൽ മോഡ് ക്ലാസ്സിന് തൊട്ട് മുൻപുള്ള ക്ലാസ്സിനെയാണ് പ്രൊസീഡിംഗ് ക്ലാസ് എന്ന് പറയുന്നത്. ഇനി F2 is the frequency of the succeeding class. മോഡ് ക്ലാസ്സിന് കഴിഞ്ഞ് വരുന്ന ക്ലാസ്സിനെയാണ്, മോഡ് ക്ലാസ്സിന് ശേഷം വരുന്ന ക്ലാസ്സിനെയാണ് സക്സീഡിംഗ് ക്ലാസ് എന്ന് പറയുന്നത്. ദാറ്റ് ഈസ് 80 to 90 is the succeeding class. സക്സീഡിംഗ് ക്ലാസ്സിന്റെ F2ന്റെ ഫ്രീക്വൻസി എന്ന് പറയുന്നത് it is 8. Frequency F2 is 8. Now I is the class width. Class width എന്താ? ഞാൻ previous tutorials അല്ലെങ്കിൽ online tutorials I have given how to find the class width. Class width is the found by multiplying the lower limit of the class. The lower limit of the first class with the left class of the first. രണ്ട് ക്ലാസ്സുകളുടെയും ലോവർ ലിമിറ്റുകൾ തമ്മിൽ സബ്ട്രാക്ട് ചെയ്യുക, അതിനെയാണ് ക്ലാസ് വിഡ്ത്ത് എന്ന് പറയുന്നത്. സോ ഹിയർ 50 minus 40, 50 ലോവർ ലിമിറ്റ് ഓഫ് ദി രണ്ട് ക്ലാസ്സുകൾ തമ്മിലുള്ള ലോവർ ലിമിറ്റ് തമ്മിൽ സബ്ട്രാക്ട് ചെയ്യണം. അപ്പോൾ ഹിയർ വി ഗെറ്റ് ദിസ് I എന്ന് പറയുന്നത് 50 minus 40 ആണ്. 50 minus 40 is 10. അപ്പോൾ ഓരോ എല്ലാ വേരിയബിൾസിന്റെയും വാല്യൂസ് ആദ്യം ഐഡന്റിഫൈ ചെയ്തു. സോ ഇനി അപ്പം എന്താണ് കണ്ടിന്യൂസ് ഡേറ്റ we will find with the help of equation that is m is equal to L1 plus Fm minus F1 divided by 2Fm minus F1 minus F2 into I. മോഡ് ക്ലാസ് എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞാൽ ഏറ്റവും കൂടുതൽ ഫ്രീക്വൻസി ഉള്ള ക്ലാസ്സിനെയാണ് മോഡ് ക്ലാസ് എന്ന് പറയുന്നത്. അപ്പൊ ഇവിടെ ഏറ്റവും കൂടുതൽ ഫ്രീക്വൻസി എന്ന് പറയുന്നത് 15 ഇറ്റ് കറസ്പോണ്ട്സ് ടു ദ ക്ലാസ് 70 to 80. അപ്പോൾ ആ 70 to 80 എന്ന് പറയുന്നതാണ് മോഡ് ക്ലാസ്. So the frequency Fm is the frequency of mode class. Fm is 50. L1 is lower limit of the mode class, that is 70. And F1 is the frequency of the class preceding the mode class, that is 9, and F2 is the frequency of class preceding the succeeding the mode class, that is equal to 8. Then I is equal to 10, that is the class width. Now you have to substitute the values in the equation, and the equation is L1 plus L2. So M is equal to and the equation M is equal to L1. L1 is 70 plus Fm minus F1. Fm is 15 minus F1. Fm minus 15 minus 9 whole divided by 2 into whole divided by 2 into Fm minus F1. 2 into 15 minus F1, that is 9 minus 8, the whole divided, the whole multiplied by 10, that is equal to that is equal to 70 plus 15 minus 9 divided by 2 into 15, and we get the value, that is 60 divided by 13. That comes to 74.61. This is the mode. This is how we compute mode with the help of equation. And this grouping method first, and the data mode in the variable which is having maximum frequency mode in the the set of data mode first data is having only one mode, unimodal. The data which is having only one mode is called unimodal. Data with two modes, രണ്ട് mode ഉള്ളതിനെയാണ് bimodal എന്ന് പറയുന്നത്. Bimodalനെ ഉള്ള data we find mode by using grouping method. Group of two, രണ്ട് frequency വെച്ച് ആഡ് ചെയ്യും, പിന്നെ 3 frequency വെച്ച് ആഡ് ചെയ്തിട്ട് അനാലിസിസ് ടേബിളിൽ വന്നിട്ട് ഏറ്റവും കൂടുതൽ frequency ഉള്ള വേരിയബിൾ ഏതാണെന്ന് കണ്ടുപിടിക്കുന്നത്. Most one which is repeated. That is how grouping method is done. Grouping method, for your exam mode of view, grouping method വെച്ച് ആണ് ആൻസർ കണ്ടുപിടിക്കുക എന്ന് പറയുന്നതെങ്കിൽ you can go for grouping method. അല്ല എങ്കിൽ you can do the same question with the help of this equation also, by dividing it into class intervals, and you can find with the help of this equation. Grouping method you are asked to work out the problem with grouping method, you can go for that. Otherwise you can just, if it is compute mode, you can make a frequency distribution table with the class interval. So with this I conclude mode is of two types. It's a more frequently repeated value. Unimodal anengil by simple observation method you can find the mode. വെറുതെ നോക്കിയാൽ നമുക്ക് അറിയാൻ പറ്റും ഏതിനാണ് ഏറ്റവും കൂടുതൽ ഫ്രീക്വൻസി ഉള്ളത്. That is known as simple observation or inspection method. വെറുതെ simply by mere observation you can find which is mode. That is known as mere observation method or inspection method. Then next is then that is what is known as unimodal. Unimodal ആണെങ്കിൽ near inspection method അല്ലെങ്കിൽ observation method വെച്ച് നമുക്ക് ആൻസർ കണ്ടുപിടിക്കാം. ഇനി അല്ല എന്താണ് രണ്ട് മോഡ് ഉണ്ടെങ്കിൽ you have to go for grouping method and for the continuous series if you are grouping the question അനുസരിച്ച് നിങ്ങൾക്ക് frequency distribution table class interval വെച്ച് തന്നെ workout ചെയ്യുകയാണെങ്കിൽ you can use the എന്താണ് equation and grouping method is applicable for bimodal data. So with this we will come to the end of this